What's up, you guys? Jason here, Students of Life, where I break down life lessons and learning so you can apply them to your life. In today's video, we're doing a book breakdown of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Massively impactful book on my life, and today I'm going to go through habit by habit, what I took away from it, and how I think you can apply it to your life. So let's get into it. All right, and lastly, we have the 7th habit of highly effective people. Sharpen the saw. This has become almost a common saying, I feel like, in the English vernacular, sharpening the saw, which purely came, I believe, from this book by Stephen Covey. But the whole idea here is continuing to practice, getting better, continuing to sharpen the saw. You get dull over time, or maybe you're not as sharp as you used to be. And it requires some rereading. It requires going back to your principles and reminding yourself of the things that you should be focused on. It requires practicing these tools, these techniques, these approaches, and constantly learning. That, to me, is what Sharpen the Saw is really all about. The other piece that Stephen Covey talks about in this section is really the 4 dimensions of renewal, which are required for you to maintain this kind of energy on a long-term basis. So the 4 components of this are really physical, social, and emotional, spiritual, and mental. I'm going to highlight, this is actually a theme that you'll probably see in a lot of books. Another book that I talk about is The Millionaire Real Estate Investor, and he talks about something very similar. But the idea here is you need to have habits in your life where you're constantly renewing each of these. So physically, you need to be working out. You need to have some sort of routine in your life, whether it's running, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's yoga, whatever it might be for you. It's important to have that as a habit. Same on the social side. It's important to have rich and abundant relationships, whether it's routinely going out with your friends, having date night with your significant other, spending time with your kids, seeing relatives, etc. You need to make this a part of your habits and routines in order to make sure you're recharging these aspects of your life. The other 2 components of this are really spirituality. Some people are religious, some people have whatever beliefs they may have, and making sure they're kind of tapping back into that to make sure that side of them is nurtured, they're feeling connected, they're again kind of reminded of their principles and goals in life and the things that are really important to them. It's very easy to get caught up in constantly doing better, learning more, reaching to the next bar, climbing the corporate ladder, getting the next dollar amount in your bank account. All that doesn't really matter if you're not anchored to kind of these 4 kind of key dimensions. And the last kind of piece of this is really the mental aspect of this. For a lot of people, that's just getting away, having a solo kind of retreat, spending some alone time, or even meditation. I like to meditate when I can. I've admittedly not been in great practice of it lately, but I still try to make time in the mornings and develop a habit of sitting down for 10 or 15 minutes in just complete silence and hitting that reset button. Every time I do it, I find it way more productive in my days, and I just feel a little bit more centered, a little bit more grounded. So that's habit 7 by Stephen Covey. That's the last part of the book. I would highly recommend it. It's definitely had an impact on my life and something that I continue to read again and again as I'm sharpening the saw. All right, guys, that's all I got for you in today's video, where we're talking about the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. If you didn't do so already, check out the other parts where we go through habit by habit of this book and talk about the key takeaways. If you liked anything that you saw here today, please click the like button down below. If you haven't done so already, you want to see other videos like this in the future, please smash the subscribe button. Otherwise, till next time.